traditional food, there's a lot that we need to relearn. Right now, you know, I never seen it, but I taste it.
Today I did the Northwest apple sauce or apple salad. This is the one I did today. Using the apple, the green one. You know, the apple all tastes differently. This one's more like a sour to it. It's good too. So you can also slice it up and you can have this as a snack with butter, peanut butter. Peanut butter is always good like that. Even kids like to eat these just by itself too. So, but that's the one that I used today, along with some dry fruits. These are some of the dry fruits here. You can use any kind of different fruits that you can use, which one you want. Always just like dry apricot and things like that. You can always use that. And so we do have the fruits. We got 2 different kind of fruits in there today, along with some nuts. This one, you kind of have to like roast it a little bit, which I already did earlier. And this is the one that's more like a protein to it too. So you can always use these as a nuts. So, but you can use different kind of seeds, whatever you want to use. So sometimes you can use like sunflower seeds too. So you can use those like that. And some dash of cinnamon is what we use in there. And another one is low-fat yogurt. Instead of using mayonnaise does have a lot more fat to it. So, but this is a yogurt. It's a low-fat yogurt that I put in there too to make it more tasty. So, as I was cutting the apple earlier, I put some of the lemon in there. Sounds like it kind of gets brown faster. So this is the one that really helps. It doesn't get yellow like that too. So, but that's the one that I made, and I added some grapes to it, just like I said, but this one's a fresh grapes. In the meantime, we can finish up the PowerPoint, talking about the PowerPoint that we started earlier too. It's a good thing that you mentioned the red apple too, so you can probably still mix it back up and make it more colorful too, so which is usually good.
It's good.
But Greek yogurt is the only one that I always use, the best one that they usually have installed too. So back to our PowerPoint. So factors may include like the amount of time that's available to you at the store, and then the other one is if you have available transportation, and then depending on what week you're going to the shopping for the food, everybody has like its own schedule. That day we go to the grocery store to buy our food, so everybody's like that.
Groceries they have 2 baskets. In front of us, they put their coupons there. You know, out of that 2 basket, they only pay $27.
Oh my God! Wow, yeah.
See, that's how much that people probably save about $300.
That's a good point there. Getting all the community to be more aware of it too. So, like I said, and then using the unit prices tools too, and to compare items and even with the different size or the brands of food that's out there too. So, and then the unit prices is found on the shelf tags and listed separately from the retail price, the price you pay. Those are the ones you can always watch out for. And then the package of food that have made more convenience, like pre-washed, pre-cut, or that's already cooked. Those are the ones that, just like I said, one of them, the shredded carrots, it was costing more. The prices on there, some has bigger containers. So those are some things just to really watch out for. And I have a PowerPoint just to give you good examples on those too. So it can help you compare unit prices concerning your needs too. So that's just kind of like a unit price formula that's displayed there for you guys too, so to understand. So to go into deeper conversation on this and how to calculate the unit price, you find the price of it already, And then go for the size. This one has like a 24 ounce.
So there's 3 different brands right there.
Uh-huh.
What is the best brand to use, the generic one or the good brand? Or
That's-
they just all equally?
That is your choice right there, yeah. Whatever that's more convenient for you. But the nutrients is still there though. That's the thing, it's all whatever that's convenient. That's one of the main things. And so that's the main thing too.
So organic costs more than
Because
the
they're
regular
good food.
organic?
Yeah.
That
That's why
meaning-
they're expensive.
Is it because there's no insecticides used on the organic? Is that the difference?
Yes.
It's whatever that's more convenient for you. But those are some things that some of the tags are on there that you may notice on the grocery store that's listing. So if you guys kind of see out there, so it's already telling you right there those kind of tags compared to the regular prices. I don't know if they leave the regular price on there, but this is
Sometimes they don't.
yeah. So,
Sometimes they
but
do.
yeah, but otherwise it's good to let go. Which one would be? And then compared to other containers, the bigger containers too. That's how you will find out if it's really. That's another one that's good to check the expired date too. And
Yes.
within how many
So
days
like
you
said,
need to
gotta
use.
Look at your dates.
Yes.
Mm.
And maybe you can have that as part of your meal plan too that week.
We gotta really look what we buy, and like you said, we gotta look at it. You can't just grab it and say, oh, by the time you brought it back, it might be out of date. Okay.
Stick with your shopping list and eat before you go grocery shopping.
We don't learn that one.
So, but this is more like you will gain to implement more of the shopping strategy and obtain within your budget too. So that's one of the main things, is just to learning more about it too.